Lady Cindy by Rar Cupcake. One day I decided to reset my Pokemon Emerald to get more Pokemons for my Pokemon Platinum Pokédex. I decided to have my starter as a Mudkip. I already have a Torchic and a Trico in my Pokemon Platinum. After getting through the whole intro with Professor Birch, battling with Brandon, and helping Wally, I began my way towards Petalburg Woods. Of course, I would fight the trainers first. I got to Lady Cindy. The battle started with a text box saying, "We must have been fated to meet. May I ask you for a battle?" Of course, the battle starts with the screen being black. It stays black for a long time. It finally plays and she sends out her Zigzagoon. I sent out my Mudkip, who I named Kippy. She went first and used Tackle, which put Kippy's health down a little. I used Water Gun on her Zigzagoon, which brought him down to the yellow of his health bar. Lady Cindy commanded her Zigzagoon to use Tackle once again, bringing Kippy's health down to yellow. Kippy used Water Gun again, bringing Zigzagoon's health down to the red part of his health bar. "One more Water Gun! This is so easy!" I giggled. I selected Fight and Water Gun again. The game paused for a bit. I wait. After what feels like minutes, a text box came up. Lady Cindy used Full Restore. I grumbled as Kippy used Water Gun again, bringing the Zigzagoon's health back to yellow. Another round went by as usual. Zigzagoon used Tackle and Kippy using Water Gun, and the Zigzagoon was down to the red. "She won't use a Full Restore again, so I'll finally beat her!" I giggled once again after selecting Fight and Water Gun. Another pause. Seemed longer this time. Finally, another text at the bottom says, "Lady Cindy used Full Restore." "What?" I yelled at the game. "I'm wasting all the PP I have for Water Gun." Good thing I also have Mud Slap and Tackle with my Mudkip. Again, my Mudkip used Water Gun, though the Zigzagoon was still at green. The music started to change. It was all glitchy at first. The music changed, and it had a weird tone to it. Kinda like Lavender Town, but the pitch being higher, and quiet Zigzagoon noises could be heard in the background. "I guess my game is messed up," I sighed sadly. I decided to keep playing, though the music scared me, and the Zigzagoon noise in the background has got louder. Again, I got into lower health when another text appeared. Lady Cindy used Full Restore. I grumbled more. The music got even louder. I tried turning down the volume, but the music still plays. My Game Boy must be broken. This thought upsets me, not being able to turn down the volume. How am I going to play it on the bus without getting in trouble? Suddenly, a text appeared. "Do you like hurting my Zigzagoon?" A yes and no answer pops up. I click no. Few moments of silence. Finally, another text appeared. "Well, you're not gonna win this time. You've beat my Zigzagoon so many times. I'm tired of it." All I thought was my brother must have hacked my game and was trying to scare me, so I turned off my Game Boy and went downstairs for dinner. At the table, we were eating some ham with mashed potatoes and sweet corn. I looked up from my plate and looked at my brother. "Dude, did you hack my Pokemon game without my permission?" I tilted my head to one side, asking in a quiet voice. He looks up at me answering, "No, why? Did something happen to your game? Your game must be messed up." A cold chill ran down my spine. He didn't hack my game? That wasn't right. Maybe he's lying to me. Maybe it was one of his tricks to get me scared, though he didn't seem to be lying. I hurry up and start trying to finish my food quickly. I ran back upstairs to my room, grabbed my Game Boy, and turned it on. To my surprise, I was still in the battle. A text appeared. "Tried to leave the battle, didn't you? No worry. I hope you don't mind I messed with some of your Pokemon. Go ahead, send one out." I hesitated. I opened my party up and sent out my Ralts, who was named Belle. My stomach twisted a little as I saw the sight of her. She seemed to be all beaten up, covered in bruises, and some chunks of her seemed to be missing. My heart seemed to have shattered at the sight of my beloved Ralts. All of a sudden, Lady Cindy was up on the battlefield next to her Pokemon. Her hat and dress all torn up. She even seems to have some bruises. Her basket was full of Pokemon guts, just hanging out of it. Another text appeared. I did this to all of your Pokemon but your beloved Kippy. Go on, check Scarlet. Scarlet. That was the name of my Wurmple. I quickly sent her out. Another twist in my stomach, and it made me sick. Scarlet was all squished, her guts to the side, and it seemed to have been cut open from her. She made her little cry and another text appeared. Scarlet died. This made me upset. I have a stream of tears running down my cheek. Belle died. I wanted to scream at Cindy for what she did. That text made me so upset. Finally, it was the battle between Kippy and her Zigzagoon. This battle was long, trying to attack the Zigzagoon being healed. Her Zigzagoon seemed to look like he was beat up too. Was this caused by me? I wonder a little. Her Zigzagoon was shaking and covered in mud and water. He had bruises on his side and face. Some of his fur was missing too. Her Zigzagoon finally beat Kippy. I was tired of the whole full restore thing. She just kept healing and healing. It got really annoying. I got another text. Do you not love your Pokemon? Why did you let it die? Die? I wondered. Another text appeared. Kippy died. How is this possible? Pokemon aren't supposed to die. I decided to turn off my game and turn it back on. I was at the menu screen, I clicked New Game, and named my trainer Roxy, like before. I got another Mudkip that I named Kippy, captured a Ralts, Wurmple, and a Zigzagoon. I went through the game and went towards Petalburg Woods, since I had to. I tried to dodge Lady Cindy, but was caught into a battle. Hopefully this time everything was normal. The first full restore was normal, but again, she kept using full restores. The music being loud like it was last time. A text appeared in red. You wanted to fight again? How thoughtful of you to return and have all of your Pokemon killed again. I could hear laughter in the game, so I just turned it off. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept tossing and turning in bed, trying to sleep. I kept hearing Lady Cindy's laughter. I still see images of Pokemon being cut open or bruised badly. I also see Lady Cindy using more and more full restores, no matter how bad her Zigzagoon was. She just wanted to beat my character. I thought I could hear Zigzagoon's whimpering and crying coming from my closet. That was Lady Cindy by Rar Cupcakes. Final thoughts? It was alright. This was overall a decent story. I'd actually say it's above average, but that's mostly because the average quality is so low. This was a decent little story that was not particularly cliché and had a pretty original idea. I've never read another story with an idea like using Lady Cindy's full restores as the focus. I thought in that sense it was pretty creative. It does have the occasional cliché line, like saying the character disregarded something clearly wrong and kept playing it like it was nothing, saying the line, Pokemon aren't supposed to die, or bringing up Lavender Town, but those are just a few minor points in an overall decent story. The Pokemon being mutilated and talked about in great detail would normally bug me, as it seems like a cheap cop-out for stories often to just describe gory things to being scary, instead of actually thinking of something original and scary. But in this story, the mutilation was just used as a part of the overall idea, and the overall idea was creative, so I don't really have a problem with it. I don't think it added much to the story, but more importantly, I don't think it took away from the story. Stay tuned for next Saturday when we tackle yet another Pokemon Creepypasta, made and sent to me by someone in our community, with innocence of youth, by my L10. Until next time, sweet dreams.